What's good, YouTube? It's RJ. Welcome back. Today, I've got a pair of kicks that I want to share with you guys. And every so often, I snag a pair that, for lack of better words, intimidates me. This one in particular has a couple reasons why. Number one is it's a SAUCONY collaboration. I don't review a whole ton of SAUCONY shoes at all. I think maybe on this channel, one pair. I think one other pair, and it was fairly recently. And I just don't have a lot of experience with the brand. I respect, the hell out of them. That leads me into the second reason. Second reason being, I respect the collaboration company as well. Lapstone and Hammer out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for those of you who don't know. And just, there's shops that do business and they do business well. And then there's shops that go above and beyond. And everything I've seen since they came on my radar is just above and beyond next level. They're there for their customers, support, sympathy, compassion in tough times, and just the way they do business and the way they deliver product to consumers is just phenomenal. So shout out to them for that one. And with that said, I'm gonna do my best to dive into this, break it down for you guys, give you a little on-foot look, my thoughts, review, breakdown, everything. So without further ado, today it's the SAUCONY and Lapstone and Hammer Courageous, and let's dive in. As always, before we go too in depth, we've got a badass box. Now, for those of you not familiar with Lapstone, a lot of marble accent from, I believe, inside their store. I've never been, obviously, I'm in California. I haven't had the pleasure of visiting them in person, but I have seen pictures of the store, the boutique online, and a lot of marble all throughout. Website, same vibe, same style, and just the whole business, very streamlined all the way through. So I love what they've done with the box right here, and I love the freedom that SAUCONY gave them in the entire collaboration. So up top, you've got the Lapstone and Hammer logo by itself on top of the whole marble look box, obviously regular cardboard box. Marble overlays, Lapstone logo is slightly embossed. Bottom of the box, we have the SAUCONY logo, classic SAUCONY logo, and opposed to the Lapstone logo, you got a little debossed feel going on with the SAUCONY logo on the bottom. Obviously, size tag right here. I went with the 10.5. We'll talk about sizing in just a minute. You've got the model right there, the Courageous. All right, so I will say I waited. Typically, I do open boxes. I get a little antsy and I've got to touch the shoes and take a look at them, but I did want to open these up and take a look at them and do a little first look with you guys. So right here, we've got a little message from Lapstone and Hammer. It says, Lapstone and Hammer, SAUCONY, Two Rivers. In 1898, the SAUCONY Shoe Manufacturing Company began its operations along the banks of the SAUCONY River in Pennsylvania. So that is cool. I didn't know that. SAUCONY started in Pennsylvania. Lapstone's also in Pennsylvania, so that's dope. 75 miles away from where Lapstone and Hammer was founded in Philadelphia, SAUCONY was derived from the Lenape Native American, I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, I apologize if I am, is derived from the Lenape Native American phrase, Sakonk. I'm gonna go with Sakonk again, probably butchering everything, and my apologies, which translates to where two rivers run together. This special project connects Lapstone and SAUCONY like two rivers running together to form a more dynamic force. So that gets me into the collaboration perfectly. The collaboration is called the Two Rivers. It is the SAUCONY MOC. It's a moccasin. They kind of transform the kick into a moccasin. We'll get into that as well. So like I said, the above and beyond thing is really coming into effect with this collaboration. Just, I'm blown away. So I'll stop kissing ass too much. You got a pin from Lapstone and Hammer right there. Cool touch as well. Got a little sticker, Lapstone logo. Tissue paper, co-branded, SAUCONY and Lapstone. And I think I forgot to mention, this is the bone white colorway. There were two pairs. I wanted to wait till I got the blacks. I did get them from Bait last night, but I'm not gonna wait another week to have a pair of shoes sit on my desk and not open them up. That would be asinine, right? So we've got the bone white color. We'll have the black sand color. I might do an update on that one and just kind of share that with you guys when they come, a little quick, 4 to 5 minute breakdown. And until then though, we've got the bone whites right here. The more exclusive pair, this pair only dropped on Lapstone's website. They had a couple of restock, a couple early releases. Overall, phenomenal delivery of the sneakers altogether. So again, the bone whites right here. Where do we even start? I guess we'll start with the laces because I'm gonna go ahead and pop these off so we get a better look at them. You've got two sets of laces. The alternates are going to be a bone white, obviously, black lace tips. And then you've got these little clips right here. obviously keep the laces in place, keep them snugged up. So you don't technically have to tie the shoe if you don't want to. They come with a single loop right here, but just gives you a little more way to experiment and do things that you want to do your way. So cool, always a fan of alternate laces. And then obviously they come laced up in these leather cube laces. I'm typically more of a fan of cotton laces, but these are dope. I think given the collaboration altogether, the Native American vibes and the origination of everything, the leather laces are probably the better look. I might switch them out and see how I feel about them. So there's those. I'll go ahead and pop these off and then we'll get even deeper into these kicks. All right, so here we have them. I went ahead and set one aside. They are identical to the best of my knowledge, both left and right. Let's go ahead and start. So the entire upper, the majority of the upper, I apologize. Majority of the upper is going to be this bone white suede on this colorway. Obviously, we've got embroidery accent pieces. We've got little hits of leather throughout, but the majority of everything is going to be this suede up top. Now, obviously the first thing that really caught my eye was this incredibly detailed stitching around the toe box area. Obviously that's what gives the shoe the moccasin feel, the moccasin vibe. And that's where Saucony really let Lapstone get into the kick, because if you go and look at older Courageous models, they've done collaborations with other people. Sneaker Politics hops into mind. I feel like they did it's been a minute, but I think they did a collab on the Courageous model. They just really let Lapstone do their thing on this silhouette overall. So there's a few more things that are changed up from the OG model, but you do have this incredible, forgetting the name of the stitching. I know there's actual verbiage for that style stitching. I apologize for not getting too technical, but that is right there on the toe box what gives it that moccasin feel, moccasin vibe. I love it, man. I'm drooling a little bit over the shoe, and I apologize if it's coming off as too much for you guys. And then we'll head up to the lateral portion, the outer portion of the shoe, and we've got a little more of a hairy vibe to the suede up top here. You've got the Saucony 3-dot logo, however you want to refer to it as, blue on the inside. Outer edges are gonna be red. We'll head back towards the back portion of the shoe. You do have a heel clip that runs the entire back portion, lateral to medial portions of the shoe. As you make your way up this back panel, you're gonna have a little light brown leather right there, red stitching right here to match the Saucony logos on the lateral and medial portions. And then as you head up, you are gonna have that ridiculously soft, high quality leather. And then that leather also makes its way onto the inner portion of the shoe. Like I was saying, all lined in brown, I believe calfskin leather if I'm not mistaken. And then that leather, just the way everything rolls in the shoe, man, is blowing my mind. That leather makes its way around the outer edges of the tongue. And then while we're on the tongue, let me go ahead and, laces were a little snug, so I had to pull them off just a little bit. You're gonna have the hairy suede rolling all the way down the length of the top of the tongue. Lapstone and hammer tag up top. Reverse inner liner of the tongue is going to be a Sherpa liner. Throw that insole back in, and I wanna head down to the midsole area of the shoe now. Typically, on a Courageous, you've got a full EVA midsole. In this case though, you've got this about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick cork insert that runs from about the middle portion of the shoe, both lateral and medial sides, right beneath the heel clip and on top of the EVA mold that it's kind of combined with right here. And then you can see there's also a little blue accent piece that runs right in the middle right there. I'm not sure if that's added cushion or just EVA, a colored EVA, I guess would be the best way to put it. Attention to detail right there is just phenomenal. Cork is always a cool accent piece, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm also a gigantic fan of gum outsoles for those of you who watch the channel, and that's the next thing. Flip over to the bottom. You've got a molded rubber gum outsole right here. Just the traction pattern right there really goes with the entire vibe of the shoe. I know there's a name for that as well, but again, I don't get crazy technical just because I don't want to pretend like I know when I don't, and just try and stay in my lane when it comes to things like that. So for those of you who do know, let me know what this stitching is called up top, and let me know what this pattern and or mold on the outsole is called. And other than that though, guys, that pretty much breaks down the entire sneaker. I wanted to give you my feel before I throw these on feet, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hop outside, throw these on feet, get a good feel for them, walk around a bit, and then I'll come back in here, deliver you guys my thoughts as far as comfort and sizing and pricing and all that stuff. So let's go outside, put these on feet, and then we'll reconvene back here. right, we're back, guys. And as you can see, I did go ahead and swap the laces on the left, pulled out the leather cubes, threw in the bone white, and real quick correction, I did a little research on these, and these are lightly waxed laces. I said that they were just plain cotton laces. Definitely a little wax to them. I'm not particularly a fan of wax laces, but in this case, I dig them because it's not like overdone. Sometimes you get a pair of wax laces, they're super stiff and just don't really vibe well with most shoes in my opinion. Sometimes they work, most of the time in my opinion they don't. These work really well. As you can see, and you probably saw on foot, definitely like not stiff at all. They move around like, in my opinion, a cotton lace should. They hang really well. Once they break in and kind of, you know, do their thing, they'll just look even better. I 100% prefer the wax laces over the cubes, and this is how I'll be rocking the shoe going forward. So other than the whole breakdown, everything we went over, materials, other than the shoe being ridiculously high quality, also ridiculously comfy. I love the shoe. My first introduction to SAUCONY was way back in the day. I want to say like I don't remember the year. It was a collaboration. I'm not going to mention the exact shoe because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. It was just not, what's the word? Not very well done, I guess, for just lack of better wording. And like I said, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but it wasn't a comfy shoe. The shoe was ridiculously stiff, and I've had a couple pairs since then that have been a little better. These just off the charts comfort, not stiff at all, very comfortable out of the box. The only thing that I really dealt with, I guess, while wearing them for the time that I had them on, just a little warm, and you know, it's because it's decently hot outside in Southern California today, and it's a full leather shoe, you know, full suede with hits of leather and Sherpa on the liner. It's gonna be a warmer shoe. That's not a negative at all. That's just, you know, if I got to touch on something, it is a little warmer. There's not a whole lot of ventilation inside the shoe. So that's the one, I guess, downfall. But in all actuality, not really a downfall at all. The shoe is very well done, very comfortable. As far as SAUCONYs go, you know, this isn't like next level cushioning, like, you know, Boost, React, anything that we're seeing, you know, as of late. But for basically an EVA midsole with a cork insert, beyond comfy. This outsole is just cushy as it gets. I was just blown away. I got nothing more to say on it. 9.5 out of 10 for an EVA sneaker. So that's comfort. As far as pricing goes, they were 150 bucks after tax and everything. I think 160, 165-ish. Not crazy. We are very used to paying $200 plus, as you know, sneakerheads go, for an array of silhouettes. So for 150 bucks, attention to detail, craftsmanship, uniqueness, the story behind the sneaker, I'll pay 150 bucks plus tax any day of the week for a sneaker like this. And as time is going on and I'm kind of changing, I guess, my personal likes and dislikes, I'm really leaning towards sneakers like this. Collaborations with brands that I respect, that have a real story behind them. And you can just tell that people who work there, work for the brand, represent the brand, are just real dudes, just doing what they enjoy. So with that said, shout out to Rack, man. I know we don't know each other personally, but I enjoy you. I enjoy the things that you do, and I know that you played a big part in making this shoe what it came out to be. So shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate Lapstone and Hammer. You guys are phenomenal. Keep doing your thing. I know this is still just the beginning for you guys, so I can't wait to see what comes out from you guys moving forward. And as far as sizing goes, 1000% true to size. I posted on Twitter a picture of these on feet, had a few people hit me up. True to size, don't deter from that. Rack said that, everybody from Lapstone was talking about it. True to size, these fit phenomenally well. If you're going down, they are gonna be a little snug. Just don't even go down, go true to size, length, width, everything. The shoe feels phenomenal on foot. So with that said, again, true to size, I love these shoes, man. I know I feel like I'm just praising them up and down, but I love the shoe. I'm very happy with it. And when the blacks come in, the black sands, I will probably just do a small little recap on the differentiation between the two. So that's gonna do it, guys. That's everything. You saw the on foot. If you have any questions that I didn't touch on, do me a favor, hit me in the comment section. Oh, before I go, you have these little eyelets up top that I didn't touch on both sides of the sneaker. Medial portion is gonna be blue, lateral portion is brown, and that's on both sneakers, both left and right. That was just one little detail that I didn't touch on, and probably because there's so many cool details about the whole sneaker. And with that said, guys, that's gonna do it for me. If you're brand new to the channel, do me a humongous favor. Tap that subscribe button, hit the bell, get a notification anytime I drop something on this channel. And before you bounce, hit that thumbs up. Guys, I'm RJ. I appreciate you tuning in all the time. And until next time, peace out.